Hey, how's it going? Ryan here, Ironman Training Chat. Answering your questions this week. Got one from Travis. He is doing Challenge Daytona Sprint uh, in December. It's 20 days out. He's asking about doing more race specific training, less intensity, or more, same intensity, race intensity, but a little less volume. Um, Kind of recommendations as far as that goes, and kind of goes into the race specific training, kind of call the race prep, what I use with my athletes, and then the kind of the taper into race day. So kind of multifaceted question. There's a lot of specifics that depend on you and your workload and how much training you're doing for a sprint. In your background, if you're a full distance, you train for full distance Ironman races, um, training and leading to a sprint race is a little bit different than maybe if it's your first triathlon altogether, or if you're out there really, that's your A race and you really want to kill it. So I'm going to kind of come from a perspective that you've done a few triathlons before, maybe, and you don't want to do really good. So right now, at about 20 days out, you're about 3 weeks out. So kind of that third week is, yeah, you want to be in more race intensity type training. Maybe not too crazy on the volume, but you probably don't have to taper too much on the volume. 2 weeks out, you want to start lessening the volume as much. Probably doing, like I said, more race intensity. Not doing as much, threshold efforts and power sets, power intervals on the bike, and thresholds on the run, and probably tapering your swims a little bit too. And that week leading up to a race, the day before, I recommend maybe a 1-2 mile, just a quick peppy little run, maybe a quick open water swim if you can get one. The 2 days before, maybe a quick, 20-30 minute bike ride, and probably Monday before a race. Maybe you do a 2,000 meter, 2,000 yard swim with some race efforts in there. Maybe on Tuesday you do a race effort bike, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, nothing crazy. You don't want to be sore, you want to be fresh, you want to get that recovery in, make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, doing a proper nutrition, proper hydration, all that good stuff. Try to reduce the stress as much as possible, life stress. Nowadays maybe reducing stress isn't as easy as it once was, but do the best you can. But yeah, 2 weeks out is usually what I recommend, is when you start kind of dialing back the volume, making sure the intensity doesn't get too drastic. And that's kind of considering maybe if you've been training and racing, doing triathlons for a little bit. If this is your first one, maybe, that 3 weeks out, you start dialing back the volume and the intensity a little bit. Like I say, keeping that race effort level. You don't want to kind of fall off the cliff of, not having that speed and the tempo in your legs and your arms for swimming, but you don't also want to be over fatigued and overtrained leading into your race. So, Travis, hopefully that helps you out. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments, and I'll keep watching for everybody else. Happy training out there.